something. So he did.
What?
I heard
What
on
did
the
they tell
radio
you, Nino?
That the hostage was
I have with good authority that you know, there may have been a jewelry store, and the hostage was on some dumb and was like,
the hostage got me killed. Nice.
Yeah.
yeah, it was one of those like, you know, you're not gonna do your f***ing pussy. Why'd you take me? Type. Like you ain't gonna do nothing. You know what's gonna happen if you do type. You know what I mean? So.
Nice. Even better.
Who the fuck was the hostage? Because they weren't there.
I don't know.
Start over. I just got here.
Orange, can you look
We just
at
started.
incident 16849 and tell me if that was the hostage? The guy that can be seen in the picture 215576.
If that was the hostage, let me blow it up.
Because
Whoa.
that guy robbed a jewelry store earlier, but we have his blood on scene for the OAS, so I wonder if he was the hostage that got shot. Or if his blood is there from the previous jewelry store.
I'm gonna be honest. I can't say in good faith if it was or not. I really honestly didn't even really talk to him that much. I pretty much asked him if he was okay. And then I think his name is Jamal because they weren't wearing a mask. He wears a do-rag, right? That's his name. That's what Jamal.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he told me originally, like when before you guys showed up, this hostage, or what would he say? He said this hostage is a bitch, whatever, and I was like, okay. So I think there was already some like tempers, but I didn't think it was like anything serious. Like, you know, like they just called him a bitch and that was it. They even allowed him to call somebody on his phone while the whole thing was going on. So like I thought everything was kind of cool. Anyways, so you and the sheriff pulled up. And at that point, I don't know who went down. It happened. It is what it is, whatever. To which point, as soon as you guys left, they looked outside, saw Wasby with a pistol, and then shot the hostage, to which point I tried to get on radio and say something. They ran out and just fucking one-tapped my ass. And then that was it.
That must have happened right after our 78s.
It literally, the 70s happened. Sergeant and McNulty broke off maybe 5 seconds, not even. I mean, it literally happened within a split second. It's almost like as soon as they saw him break off, they shot him. It almost seemed like it was that fast.
My car hit Karsha way, and that's when I heard the class, so I immediately turned back around.
You really not running again, huh?
No. Fuck that shit.
I don't know.
One year's a long time, you know what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
After a while, you realize that the biggest problem is unresolvable unless you wipe it all.
I literally only asked
them
what
yeah.
So,
well, you had a fucking great run, man.
I appreciate that.
Before the 78, because they were done. They
I mean, I think you've had the longest run in Los Santos history, right? Like Mickey was like 8 months or something.
Yeah. Longest and the only one that ran even served a full term.
Really?
Andy didn't serve a full term. Princess didn't. Pride didn't.
Dab did though, right?
Who did?
Dab?
He
did.
Yeah, technically he did, but you know, new constitution. Yeah. But
yeah, that one's a little easier to run one.
Yeah. You know,
all right, man.
My shit, and
yep.
Now it's gonna
be
loyal.
With the business and shit, the parts business.
Kind of. I think we're gonna do something a little more interesting. The parts are cool, but they're kind of it's kind of you know what I mean?
Yeah, one-dimensional.
Yeah, it's very one-dimensional. It's very everyone's fucking grimy with that shit. It's kind of makes me feel you know what I mean? It's not.
Yeah.
Listen, we're above that, Malo. You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah, I'm thinking thinking like loans and other shit, like privatized.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean,
we'll see.
I'm down. I'm down to help out if you ever need any help.
Yeah. Easy.
guess,
All right.
useful
But yeah, just let me know if you need anything, right?
All right, we'll do.
And
Yeah,
don't
no,
get
it's
sucked
best
in,
to
bro.
100%.
Don't get pissed off by somebody next week and be
Yeah,
like, you
so I
know,
guess
fuck
that's
it,
why
I'm running again.
I just
You're
kind of wanted to
out,
bring
man.
attention.
You don't got to
and
do
I'm
it no
not-
more. Get rid of the headache,
You know,
bro.
I have no right to
Exactly.
say anything, but I'm just, voicing
All right, man. I'll catch you
frustration and
later.
also just want clarification. So I understand for a 13 alpha, someone goes down, it's all hands on deck. However, what if we're on a scene, there's a hostage going on?
That's 78 still.
You
So we're just
usually
saying fuck the
leave-
hostage?
No, usually one or two people left to take the hostage. That's standard. One or two people, you leave them behind to get the hostage. Everyone else breaks off. Whether you have a full pursuit team or not, doesn't matter. You're not pursuing. You're going to the 78. So we were right there. They were like literally down the street from us, not even a whole block. Which is why we broke off instantly, both McNulty and I. It's not common for people to see that happen and then shoot whoever remains left on scene. And I don't think they would have if the hostage hadn't antagonized them.
Okay.
I think it's important in the future, though. We understand where it can escalate to, and we always treat situations as it can potentially escalate to that. So it's important to keep your head on a swivel, pay attention, don't be too lax, don't be buddy-buddy with people on scenes. It's good to stay professional, good to have, a little bit of, there can be that banter without being, without going over the limit, but be aware, things can flip in a flip of a switch. You can be on the ground face down, ass up. So make sure people, watch your P's and Q's on scenes. Don't be too comfortable.
Chat, what's a
Especially
P
right
and
now,
what's
this
a
level of
Q?
violence that we're seeing day in and day out. Be careful.
All right. Yeah, I was just curious because, I know, again, 78 is all hands on deck, and this, I'm assuming this probably very rarely happens where you go into 78s and then you're at a situation with a hostage, you break off, then they get shot type of thing. So I was just curious if it's just we just say fuck the hostage, leave them behind, which I didn't. If that was the case, I wouldn't agree with. But it sounds like you guys are right with keeping one, and it seems like that guy was just a dumbass, and he got shot. He was picked up by an individual.
Please
while I was
and
bleeding
thank
on the
you.
ground. I was, in and out of consciousness. He was being picked up by an individual in a black SUV, and then they drove off. But
Turner giving hints?
I don't know if he's dead or
giving
not.
hints about what?
Gotcha. In my opinion, you
Guys, but did you VAF a car?
Depending on the situation, if a hostage is shot, that's 78s to me.
No. I'm talking about the 78s prior to that.
We probably have to spread and gamble and use our best discretion.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not really 78s in my opinion, but they are going to get shot. You shoot a hostage, you're just going to get shot. You're going to get breached, whatever it takes, right? You don't need to get the whole PD down there unless they also shoot at officers, which 9 times out of 10 they will if we open fire on them. But no one's going to get to shoot a hostage and just walk out, right? I mean, obviously Joey was alone. I wouldn't expect you ever to try and take on, however many there were, 3 or 4, I don't remember, with class 2s just by yourself. But generally, if we have the full response there and they shoot the hostage, they're going to get breached.
Yeah, no, I was more talking about the 78s, an officer down. I know we're supposed to all respond to that, help out. But my question was, how does that work with, say, for example, the 3 of us are on scene, 2 of us break off and just one stay and get the hostage?
I have a question about VAF Repeal Act.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, are you a deputy?
Oh, no, I'm just a civilian.
PPO?
Okay.
No, I'm just I'm just a civilian.
We're a deputy. Yeah, go ahead. What's your question, buddy?
If I were to buy a car with 2 VAFs on it, would they still be there because of the VAF Repeal Act?
Once it goes through, the thing is sort of meaningless. Except for in Blaine County, because it's only going to be applicable to Los Santos County.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I couldn't even back up.
So if my car gets caught in Blaine County, it's screwed?
Or if the crime takes place there, if it has some relationship over there, it can bring it into a legal argument. But yeah.
Oh, all right. Yeah, it's all my question.
Okay, all right. How's your?
Thank you.
Yeah. Can you guys stop patrolling Blaine County a little bit more, if you don't mind?
Wait, no, I don't have anything to do. I'm just no.
Come
I'm a
on.
felon. I'm not
Come
gonna
on.
lie. I'm not the cop.
I know
am a
you
felon.
guys are.
You
I
can
know.
look me up.
I listen. Trust me. I know all about PCSO. I understand the circumstances. I'm just saying, like, you know, just every once in a while, try to patrol up there. Can I get a
I'm
yes,
not-
sir? Please. I'll
I'm
look
not the
into it at
cop,
least.
though. You can look me up.
I know you guys aren't. All right. I get that. And just asking, just kindly, you know, patrol a little bit more in your county. I mean, I found a gun over there just in the middle of the road. You know, you'd think someone would have seen it, like right on Route 68. You know, and
Yeah, I hate the police. I hate the police. I hate PCSO. I hate the LSPD. You're
yeah,
right.
yeah. Okay. All right.
I hate the police.
I'll talk to you soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait.
Bye.
Yeah.
I do believe that would constitute 78 there.
Yes.
U-70. If somebody shoots a hostage, U-78, and you engage immediately if you can, right? Depending on the situation, we should be engaging immediately. We should be briefing around. And that's why I try to explain we should be watching our P's and Q's here and kind of prepare for the worst and hope for the best. You know, don't be so lax there. Make sure you have plans in place. I'm not saying every scene set up, you know, a breaching order and everything along those lines, but just be aware. Make sure people are paying attention.
A firm, sir.
Yes, sir.
I mean, that being said, though, I do not think that besties are the type of people to be like if that hostage hadn't talked shit, I do not think they're the type of people to be like, oh, everyone broke off. They must have something more important going on, so I'm going to shoot this lone cop so they don't, you know, come to whatever we do next, or just because, you know, fuck this lone cop, or I want to be an asshole. I don't think that's the type of people they are. And I genuinely think you would have been fine if the hostage hadn't talked shit. So.
Yeah. All right, that's good. Yeah, I didn't know. Again, I'm trying to still learn these gangs and everything.
Now, if it was Hydra, that's a different story. They absolutely would have shot because they broke off.
Yeah, with what happened today, I also would not have broken off if it happened. But I just don't. Yeah, I just don't think besties are those kind of people.
No.
And so.
No, they shot you because they knew you were going to shoot them for shooting the hostage. That's what happened.
Yeah.
And they knew that, okay, it's one guy. All right, we're out of here. But what's weird is I feel like they were staged up on the roof, but I don't know unless you shot one of them down, Opal, if that's why they were.
I think
what
so.
What the hell did Hydra do?
So they
I don't understand what Hydra did.
I immediately opened fire on the vehicle as they were coming my way.
Isn't it like kind of the same situation?
And then that vehicle crashed straight into the wall, like out of the building on Carcer. And I only saw one get out. He was wearing I think something greenish, and then there was also a guy wearing white. But I think there was at least 3 people in the clothing store. And then I engaged a guy in green. Obviously didn't make it. I did see him climb that roof, but I do think I put the driver down. I do think I did.
Yeah, there was 3 originally at the jewelry store. That was it. So I don't know if they had somebody on the rooftops waiting just in case of something happening. I don't know how they do their shit, but
no, I watched one of them climb that roof. I don't think they had people up there.
Okay, yeah, there was only 3. Like I said, I know for certain Jamal was there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't think we got any pictures, so it's going to be kind of hard to articulate unless we have. I mean, I don't even think just blood alone won't be enough. So yeah, nothing we can push on that end.
It will. Yes, it will.
It would be.
If you shoot at someone, and there's blood in the place where they should, 100% that's enough for a warrant. If it's just random blood somewhere with no casings or projectiles next to it, that's gonna be enough for a bolo to question them. But if there's a reason why their blood will be on scene, then 100% you can push warrants based on that. I already checked. There's no blood.
And for not having a mask
went
too.
down.
If you know him because you have run-ins with him all the time and he's not masked up, you know it's him. You can also positively identify him that way as well. You just have to explain it in your warrant.
You can make any sort of casings hot for whatever, as long as you articulate it. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Right, and so we need to make sure that we're documenting how many officers were shot, and I'll add it to the top for how many attempted.
We have Jack Cortez's blood on scene inside deconstruction. I don't want to do too much, but I did watch someone climb up there as I was slowly bleeding. So I'm can't really take my word for it too much, but
So if you guys put this shit in your statements, I don't mind pushing the warrants. I just need it in your statements.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna refresh to see if people put more evidence in because Chief's blood, my blood, and Oxby's blood should be there, and I don't see it. So I don't know if someone just didn't go and collect evidence there on top of the old courthouse.
Yeah, I just refreshed that and see you guys are split.
Who was collecting up there? Was it Jenkins? No.
So you're quiet, son?
Parked.
Fuck. Okay.
There was no casings near Parker's car.
Chad, does anyone remember
I
why
don't know if they
Hydra
collected.
shot?
The chief was
Flippy
shot. Were you shot in your
told
car,
us-
chief, or on the roof?
On the roof. Old courthouse.
Okay, I'll go
Three of
back.
us were up there and got
I
flamed.
don't think anybody.
I forgot what it was,
I don't
but
think
I remember
anybody
it was very
collected evidence
similar.
up
Spoon was
there.
the one that grabbed me. I don't know if he grabbed evidence. Still, I think it's Silver Spoon.
I don't know who that is.
I heard it. He went 42 as soon as we were all at CMC.
That's right.
In my opinion, most gangs aren't going to do an ambush without a good reason in RP. I think so, but the reality is that sometimes people know, but they don't. Laundromat response? Yeah, but why was the laundromat response higher?
All right, I'm gonna drop this in. I guess I'll go to the courthouse. Was it the north or the south side, Opal?
No, today, I mean.
It was
Like, why was Air 1 at...
South side. It was the one that like kind of looked into
southwestern side.
I'm gonna be honest. I think there was 3 people collecting evidence. What the?
What happened?
These people are the ones that yell at us that we can't do our job. By the way.
Okay.
Yikes.
Wait, what happened?
I'm throwing in a statement for the cash exchange, by the way.
Okay.
I'm doing one for us being shot.
I'll get that one if you want to get the. Or if you want to get that.
Well,
one.
I mean, you heard what happened to the last judges, Chief.
Oh, what happened to the last judges?
I know they were doing some weird shit up, and they had a bed and all kinds of stuff up in the courthouse. So.
No, that was the old mayor.
Oh, the old.
Yeah, that was his bed.
Oh.
Wasn't there a DOJ thing too?
Yeah, but it wasn't that bed though.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I was given a warning, like be careful. There's like stains and shit all over it.
Ew.
Yep. And then we replaced it until he started pissing on it for like 4 months.
What the? Pissing on the bed?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's like a thing, you know what I mean? Some people got kinks.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the DOJ parties.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll get rearmed, re-geared up here.
Yep. All right.
I'm gonna drop off evidence, and I'm gonna go get more evidence. Opal, you come with me?
Hey, what time do you want the guest to turn up there, Turner?
I'm sorry, the what?
The guest?
Oh.
Oh, huge.
Oh, this
what
is
is
not.
the guest doing?
Y'all let y'all handle that conversation.
Whatever you want.
Can they write legislation?
Yeah.
All right. What time are they available?
I mean, whenever, really.
All right. Let's do in 3 hours from now.
3 hours from now, you're gonna get a knock on the door. Maybe it might be up to 4 hours. 3 knocks on the door. Just let them in, and you know what I mean.
Perfect. All right. Sounds good.
All right. Easy.
Look forward to meeting them. Appreciate
Yep.
it.